We often hear about shocking crimes. These acts leave us with questions. In many cases, the answer lies in the complex world of mental health. Mental illness doesn't excuse criminal behavior, but it's crucial to understand its role. By examining real-life cases, we can shed light on this critical issue. This essay explores two tragic cases. Adam Lewis and Jason Conroy committed terrible crimes. Both men had a history of mental health struggles. Their stories highlight a crucial point. Our justice system often fails to adequately address mental illness. This failure has devastating consequences for individuals and society as a whole. By delving into their pasts, we can gain a deeper understanding. We will hear from experts who can offer insights into their psychological states. Ultimately, this essay aims to highlight a crucial need. We must prioritize mental health support and treatment. Adam Lewis was a young man living in a quiet suburb. He had a loving family and a supportive network of friends. However, behind his seemingly normal life, a storm was brewing. Lewis suffered from schizophrenia, a debilitating mental illness. This disorder can distort perceptions of reality. It can lead to hallucinations, delusions, and disorganized thinking. Lewis struggled to manage his condition. He often felt lost in his own mind. His thoughts raced with paranoid delusions. Despite his family's efforts to get him help, Lewis's condition deteriorated. He became increasingly withdrawn, isolating himself from loved ones. One fateful evening, Lewis's grip on reality shattered completely. Driven by fear and paranoia, Lewis attacked and killed his neighbor. The community was shocked and horrified. His story highlights the urgent need for accessible, comprehensive mental health care. Dr. Sarah Thompson, a renowned psychiatrist specializing in schizophrenia, reviewed Lewis's case. She noted the profound impact of the illness on his actions. Schizophrenia can severely impair judgment and distort perceptions of reality, she explained. In Mr. Lewis's case, his delusions led him to believe he was in imminent danger. This perceived threat, however irrational, became his reality, driving his actions. Forensic psychologist Dr. James Miller echoed Dr. Thompson's sentiments. He emphasized the role of untreated psychosis in Lewis's breakdown. Without proper treatment and support, individuals with schizophrenia are highly susceptible to experiencing psychotic episodes, Dr. Miller stated. These episodes can lead to unpredictable and sometimes violent behavior, as in Mr. Lewis's tragic case. Both experts agreed that Lewis's case underscored a systemic failure to address mental health needs adequately. There are often missed opportunities for early intervention and insufficient resources for long-term care, Dr. Thompson pointed out. Dr. Miller added, the criminal justice system often becomes the default response to mental health crises, rather than a last resort. Lewis's story is a stark reminder that mental illness is not a choice. It's a complex medical condition requiring specialized care and understanding. By recognizing this, we can begin to dismantle the stigma surrounding mental health. We can advocate for more humane and effective approaches to treatment and support. This understanding is crucial for preventing future tragedies. Jason Conroy was a talented artist, known for his vibrant paintings. He had dreams of showcasing his work in galleries, of sharing his artistic vision with the world. However, Conroy's path was shadowed by bipolar disorder. This mental illness brought with it intense emotional highs and devastating lows. These extreme shifts in mood made it difficult for him to maintain stability in his life. During manic episodes, Conroy's creativity soared. He would spend days consumed by his art, fueled by boundless energy and a whirlwind of ideas. But these periods of intense productivity were always followed by crushing lows. When depression took hold, Conroy's world would shrink. He would lose interest in his passions, withdrawing into himself, consumed by feelings of hopelessness and despair. One tragic day, during a severe depressive episode, Conroy took the life of his girlfriend. Conroy's case highlights the devastating consequences of untreated mental illness. It underscores the importance of early intervention, ongoing support, and a system that prioritizes healing and rehabilitation. Bipolar disorder is characterized by extreme shifts in mood, energy, and activity levels, explained Dr. Emily Carter, a psychiatrist specializing in mood disorders. These shifts can be incredibly debilitating, making it challenging for individuals to maintain stability in their lives. Dr. Carter reviewed Conroy's medical history and noted the severity of his condition. Dr. Mark Williams, a forensic psychologist, emphasized the impact of Conroy's depressive episode on his actions. During these periods of intense low mood, individuals with bipolar disorder may experience suicidal thoughts or, in some cases, homicidal ideations, he explained. These thoughts, while terrifying, are a symptom of the illness, not an indication of the person's true character. Both experts agreed that Conroy's case highlighted the critical need for increased awareness and understanding of mental health issues. We need to move away from judgment and stigma and towards compassion and support, Dr. Carter urged. Dr. Williams added, early intervention and access to appropriate treatment can make a world of difference in the lives of individuals struggling with bipolar disorder. Conroy's story is a tragic reminder that mental illness can affect anyone regardless of their talents, dreams, or aspirations. By understanding the complexities of these conditions, we can work towards creating a society that prioritizes mental well-being. We can offer support rather than judgment. This shift is essential for preventing future tragedies. Both Adam Lewis and Jason Conroy's stories share a tragic commonality. They highlight the failures of a system ill-equipped to handle mental health crises. Both men exhibited warning signs. Their families and friends recognized their struggles. They tried to get them help. However, the system failed them. It failed to provide timely and adequate support. Lewis and Conroy's cases are not isolated incidents. They represent a systemic issue. Mental health services are often underfunded and difficult to access. Long wait times for treatment, a shortage of mental health professionals, and a lack of understanding from insurance providers create significant barriers to care. These barriers can have devastating consequences. Untreated mental illness can escalate, leading to situations where individuals become a danger to themselves or others. This is a heartbreaking reality for both those struggling with mental health issues and their loved ones. The cases of Adam Lewis and Jason Conroy serve as a powerful call for change. They highlight the urgent need for a systemic overhaul of how we approach mental health. We need to move away from a reactive system that focuses on punishment to a proactive one that prioritizes prevention, early intervention, and ongoing support. One crucial step is increasing funding for mental health services. This includes expanding access to affordable therapy, medication, and community-based support programs. By investing in these resources, we can make a tangible difference in the lives of individuals struggling with mental illness. We can provide them with the tools and support they need to manage their conditions and live fulfilling lives. Another vital change involves educating the public about mental health. We need to break down the stigma surrounding mental illness. Open conversations, accurate information, and compassionate understanding can help create a society that embraces mental well-being as an integral part of overall health. The impact of untreated mental illness extends far beyond the individual suffering. It creates a ripple effect, touching families, communities, and society. When individuals don't receive the support they need, the consequences can be devastating. Families are torn apart by the strain of caring for loved ones in crisis. Communities live in fear of unpredictable and potentially dangerous behavior. The economic burden of untreated mental illness is significant. It affects productivity, healthcare costs, and the criminal justice system. When individuals are unable to work due to their mental health, it impacts the workforce. The cost of emergency room visits, hospitalizations, and long-term care places a strain on healthcare resources. The criminalization of mental illness leads to increased incarceration rates, further burdening the justice system. Addressing mental health is not just a matter of individual well-being, it's a societal imperative. By investing in prevention, early intervention, and comprehensive treatment, we can create a healthier, safer, and more productive society for everyone. Shifting from a reactive to a proactive approach to mental health is essential. This means prioritizing prevention and early intervention programs. By identifying and addressing mental health issues early on, we can prevent them from escalating into crises. Schools play a vital role in this proactive approach. Implementing mental health education programs can help destigmatize mental illness and teach young people how to recognize the signs and symptoms. Providing access to school-based mental health professionals can offer early intervention and support to students struggling with their mental health. Community-based programs also play a crucial role. Support groups, after-school programs, and recreational activities can provide safe and supportive environments for individuals with mental health challenges. These programs can foster a sense of community, belonging, and connection, reducing isolation and promoting recovery. Investing in research is another essential aspect of a proactive approach. The stories of Adam Lewis and Jason Conroy serve as tragic reminders of the complex interplay between mental health and criminal behavior. They highlight the devastating consequences of a system that often fails to provide adequate support and care to those in need. By shifting our perspectives, we can begin to change the narrative surrounding mental health. We need to move away from fear, judgment, and stigma, and towards understanding, compassion, and support. Mental illness is not a choice, and it's not a sign of weakness. It's a medical condition that deserves our attention, care, and resources. Investing in mental health is not just about preventing tragedies like the ones that befell Adam Lewis and Jason Conroy. It's about creating a society that values the well-being of all its members. By prioritizing prevention, early intervention, and comprehensive treatment, we can create a world where individuals with mental illness can thrive, not just survive. We can break down the barriers to care, empower individuals to seek help, and build a future where tragedies like these become a distant memory.